this is Jeff Klemmer with Exit Realty Springside, and I just got this article that came across my desk, and I wanted to share a little bit. One of the things that you're going to see in this article, and I've seen all over the place, is this note about foreclosures rising 32%. First of all, that's true. Foreclosures have risen 32% across the nation. However, there's more to the story, and there always is. So I wanted just to talk a little bit about that. In this article, it talks about the truth, which is foreclosures are up. However, there's more to the story, and I wanted to kind of dig into it a little bit. And the first thing is that it's a little misleading without the context. And what this really is more of a normalization of historically low foreclosure numbers. If we scroll down on this article to this graph right here, you're going to see that back in the late 2000s, when we had the real estate housing crash, there were over 1 million foreclosures annually. In fact, almost 3 million at the top of the worst of it. If you look at the last 4 years, you see that we are well under 400,000. So there's a big difference here, almost 3 times in the worst of times. The other thing that I want to show you is that if we look down a little bit further, why this is not a repeat, you're going to see that there's this massive bar right here in 2010 that is showing again the 2.9, and then you show the small bar right here, which is today 367,000. We're nowhere near any of these danger zones, which are over 1 million foreclosures annually. So what we're really doing is kind of returning to pre-pandemic level. Pre-pandemic levels would have been right in this area when the market was kind of normal. So we're basically still under normal, frankly. There's another thing though that is important to point out, and that is that right now most people have a good amount of equity in their home. Even if they have loans on their home, there's quite a bit of equity. So they have the opportunity that if they really get into a pinch and they're not able to make their payments, they can sell their home and actually walk away with some cash, as opposed to being forced into foreclosure because they just can't sell it because they're upside down, meaning that their mortgage or their loan balance is more than the property value. That's not the case for most homeowners today. Then the final thing that I wanted to point out is this right here. This quote, note the word normalization. And that's exactly what this is while yes, there is an increase in the foreclosures, it's really a normalization of the foreclosure market getting back to normal days. So again, you gotta kind of know what's underneath the covers before you just get terrified by some headline that you might see come across your screen or in the paper or wherever it is. If you're worried about your situation and you want to dig into it a little bit more, please feel free to DM me and I would be happy to chat through it with you. Thanks again, and I hope that this helped. Catch you later.